This is Jay Bradley with Creepy Encounters. Yes, we're back in Wisconsin. Have another interesting video for you here today. What you're going to see is an object that left a frame. Moves very quickly across to the center of frame, and it looks like it hits a brick wall. It rotates 90 degrees and then dives straight down into the ferns in front of the camera. I have never seen anything like this before. Let's take a look at the footage. I'll direct your attention to far left hand of frame. This object's going to move very quickly across the screen in less than a second, 27 frames. And you'll see it zip over the top of that red arrow right there, and then make a curious turn and dive down into the ferns right there. We'll look at this a few more times. Here it is again, zips over the top of that red arrow on the left, and then stops dead in its tracks and drops into that undergrowth. Let's pay attention to where it drops into those ferns. It acts like it hits a brick wall, rotates, and then down. I'll zoom in on this later and we'll get a closer look at it when we slow things down. Let's take a look at this again. High speed, boom, and gone. I've slowed down the footage to 10% of normal speed. You'll see it cross the tip of that arrow. That's that far left of frame. Watch it pass through again here from the left. Can't tell if there's any wings on this thing or not. Kind of rotates and passes through very quickly. We'll see it cross over this bark of the tree at normal speed. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at that and slow her down a little bit. Watch it as she comes down through there. Right there, freeze frame. It's very typical when I see these kinds of objects for them to be kind of amorphous. No definition to them. It's hard to see if they have wings compared to insects that we see. There it is dropping into the ferns again. We'll zoom in and take a little bit of closer look at that. I put it in freeze frame. It appears to be horizontal. Then it rotates downwards to the left right there and drops into those ferns. That's very unusual behavior. It's like it hits a wall. It stops dead. I don't know of any insects that do this. If you watched any of my previous videos, a number of these objects or life forms will go ahead and dive down towards the ground, don't appear to decelerate at all, and disappear in a literal flash. This is a little bit different, obviously, with it rotating and then disappearing into those ferns. Look at this one more time. We'll see it horizontal in position, rotate down to the left at 90 degrees. Here's a 45, straight down, and disappears. Very unusual behavior. Fascinating. Well, that concludes today's video, Motate and Rotate. This object reminds me of other things I've seen on camera over the past 3 years, where you don't see wings. They're always kind of fuzzy, not quite in focus, ill-defined, amorphous, if you will. And this one's no different. The only thing different about this was this is the only one I've seen that has done this dead stop, rotate 90 degrees, and appear to accelerate again and dive down into those ferns. Others I have seen have come in at high speed, not appearing to ever decelerate, and dive into the ground literally in a flash. But as usual, I'd like to get your feedback, your thoughts, your analysis of what you've seen in this video, as well as my others. And you can do that on my website at creepyencounters.com or on my YouTube channel at 9858. Thanks for watching.